Welcome everybody who's been able to join us today. Welcome to APSIG 2020, the first virtual edition of APSIG. My name is Satish and I am based out of India. I'm the chair of APSIG and APSIG, as you know, is a regional SIG in Asia Pacific. We also have a number of national SIGs in our region. Now, I'd like to first congratulate all of you because you're privileged to be amongst the APSIG fellows. And for many of you, of course, I see many senior volunteers in the list, but also many new people, newcomers. And at least for these newcomers, today is likely to be a turning point in your lives because you're actually joining a very important global community, which is the internet governance community. Before I go further, I request everybody to please mute unless you're speaking. I see some noise on the line, so kindly mute yourself, or else our volunteers will also mute you. So over the last several months, we have seen the global pandemic, and we have also seen what sort of a lifeline internet has been in these times. But many of us probably have not thought of how each of us internet users could influence the continued development of the internet and the policies around it. Now, this is that opportunity for anyone who's not thought about this, because here's how you can learn to contribute and begin to participate in the different processes that together govern this global ecosystem of the internet. Over the next few days, especially the newcomers will be exposed to a number of aspects of how the internet works, from technology to policy, and what comprises the internet governance ecosystem, what are the substantive policy issues and considerations, which are the main events, what have been discussed in these events, and how each of you can participate, especially if you're a newcomer. Now, as a virtual event, the first time we're having a virtual APSIG, during our normal APSIGs, we encourage interactions among participants. But here we have a severe time constraint. So we may not be able to provide the usual amount of participant interaction, which we actually deeply regret, because we feel that interaction is one of the main learning mechanisms. But instead, what we could do is that we can, as we go forward, we can consider intersessional events, further interactions, even after the formal program is over. So please bear with us as far as the interaction is concerned. Now, this has been a fairly complex event to organize, and we have got the support from a number of organizations and people. I'd like to briefly mention some of them. The APSIG organizing team, of course, with Dr. Govind and Mubashir, whom you'll be listening to shortly, Shreedeep, Nadira, Sunny, Bakas. These are some of the people who've been consistently with us in the organizing of this event. We are grateful to our advisors, Dr. Killam Chon, who is also the founder, and you listened to him on day one, Shita Lakshmi and Leonid Todorov. These three are our formal advisors. They constitute the advisory council at APSIG. Our sponsors, APASA, APNIC, Internet Society, ICANN.Asia, PIR, and Article 19. Special thanks to .Asia for their technical support. As you can see from the participants list, we have a number of their team members here with us, and we are very grateful for their help. We also have a number of volunteers from previous editions of APSIG. We have DJ, we have Iqbal, Anurag, K. K, of course, was part of the secretariat of APSIG earlier. From Mubashir's team, we have Kashif and Nabil, and we have Christine, Jana, Kelvin, and probably more volunteers from .Asia currently. Since this is a virtual event, like I said earlier, please be muted, and when you get a chance to speak, you can unmute yourself. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to the APSIG community. And we will hear shortly from two of our organizers, Dr. Govind, who is the chair of the APSIG 2020 Program Committee, and Mubashir, who is the chair of the Fellowship Committee. I'd like to now request Dr. Govind to speak. Dr. Govind, over to you. Mubashir, have you let him inside?
He's still unable to join. I'm just
Is
trying
it?
to resolve the issue.
Okay, so in that case, we will defer Dr. Govind's slot until later, and I'd like to request Mubashir to address you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Mubashir. As Satish has already told you guys, I'm volunteering as a vice chair for executive committee, and also I have been volunteering as chair of fellowship committee. We have Manmeet, Shamsulations, and Jahangir, other than our executive committee member Shreedeep and Nadira, part of our group. So we have been trying our best to select the most interested and most relevant people from this region. We have selected almost 64 participants for this edition from 24 economies from this region. So that's all shortly from my side. Uh, I'll ask you to move forward
Yeah, thank you,
with the
Mubashir.
next
So
step. Thank you.
I'd just like to update that we will have Dr. Govind after Shreedeep's introduction of the organizers and the fellows. Apologies for this glitch. It's over to Shreedeep now for the next part of this session.
Thank you, Satishji. Hi, hello, good morning, evening, afternoon to everyone. I'm Shreedeep Rayamajhi from Nepal, and I'll be your facilitator for this session of introduction and welcome for APSIG, virtual APSIG 2020. Can we have the slides?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute. I'm gonna share the slide.
Shreedeep, it's better not to use the background because your image is kind of waffling.
Okay, thank you. I will stop the. I hope it's better now.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, can we have the slide?
Can I share slides? It's Anurag.
Yeah, sure. Please, Anurag, go ahead.
Yes. So these are the slides that
But
you guys
actually I
have
am
filled
unable.
regard.
I'm not able means because I have been added as a participant actually.
Okay, so these are the slides that you updated about the introduction. Can you have the next slide? Next slide, please. Satish Ji is our chair. Next slide. Dr. Govind. Dr. Govind is our vice chair. Next, please. Mubashir Sargana. So he's our another second vice chair. Next slide. Previous slide, please. Okay. Yeah. Next slide. So that's me. I'm the secretary. Next slide, please. So Nadira Al-Araj, she's our treasurer. Next slide. So now we start the program committee. Sunny Chendi from EPNIC. He is one of the program committee members. Next slide. Wakas Hassan. He is also our ex-alumni as well as our program committee member. Next slide. So you all have the links. If you wanna see the introduction, you can go through them. So now we start the fellows introduction. Fellowships committees. So Manmeet Paul Singh, he's a fellowship committee member. Next, please. Jahangir Hussain, fellowship committee member. Samsullah Shams, APSIG past alumni as well as fellowship committee member. Now we have our APSIG volunteers. Next slide. Anurag Vijay Agrawal. Next slide. Iqbal Ahmed. Next slide. Christine Orr from .Asia. Next slide. Jena Fong from .Asia as well. Next slide. Kay from .Asia. She was our secretary as well. Kelvin Trong from .Asia as well. Next slide. Now we start the fellows introduction. Next slide. Abdullah Afzal Raza. He's from Pakistan. Next slide. Others Bu, he's from India. Next slide. Adian Elkin, she's from Kazakhstan. Oh no, sorry, Hong Kong. Next slide. AJ DM, he's from India. Next slide. Alisha Gurung from Bhutan. Next slide. Amin Hacha from Lebanon. Next slide. Arun Kanti Holder from Bangladesh. Next slide. Ashirvad Tripathi from Nepal. Next slide. Bhavani Munsemi from Malaysia. Next slide. Dawa Namge from Bhutan. Next slide. Dayanidhi Krishna from India. Next slide. Itututun from Myanmar. Next slide. Fahad Ahmad from Pakistan. Next slide. Dr. Ganaraj German from India. Next slide. Hadshana Kamalanathan from Sri Lanka. Hanan Yunis Khatib from Jordan. Hira Saeed from Pakistan. Next slide. Ehita Gangapurva from India. Next slide. Iqbal Irfan Ahmed from Afghanistan. Jan Jacob Glenn Martiz from Philippines. Giovanni McElby from Philippines. Joshua Makish Koneb from Papua New Guinea. Kapil Goyal from India. Karishma Parajuli from Nepal. Kathiravan Munsiram from Malaysia. Lakshmi Prasad Yadav from Nepal. Lutfullah Rahimi Manogra Raja, Vikna Raja from Sri Lanka, sorry. MD Sanazuman from Bangladesh. Ming Yong Cho from Kyiv. Next slide. Muhammad Sharif from Maldives. Next slide. Muhammad Kausar from Bangladesh. Next slide. Muhammad Waqar from Pakistan. Muhammad Zulfikar from Malaysia. Nadeem Sawar from Pakistan. Naeem Uddin from Pakistan. Next slide. Nazim Hassan Muzindar from Bangladesh. Praniti Kaur from India. Puntini Le from Lauren. Cherry Langakali from Pacific. Next slide. Raghuraja Ganan from India. Next slide. Samuel Yapier from Pacific. Next slide. Rajesh Marjan from Nepal. Next slide. Rakesh Mohan Bhatt from India. Next slide. Rilai Gusela Samira from Indonesia. Next slide. Russell Deka Rada from PG. Next slide. SM Swamsri from India. Next slide. Seda Kamranu Jahan from Bangladesh. Next slide. Shakiba Ibrahim. Next slide. Shraddha Pandey from India. Next slide. Shweta Ashish Kukash from India. Next slide. Srinivasan Rao from Singapore. Next slide. Sudhamsu Dal from Nepal. Next slide. Saeed Muhammad Sohaib Bukhara from Pakistan. Next slide. Trang from Vietnam. Next slide. Ujjal Shakya from Nepal. Next slide. Vivek Rana from Nepal. Next slide. Yik Wai Chi from Malaysia. Next slide. Yin Hu Ik from Malaysia. Next slide. US Feza from Yemen. Yuzhen Chen from Taiwan. And Yuan Guan from China. Thank you. Thank you for that slide. Can we have the next slide, please? Satishi, do we have Dr. Govind? Okay. Okay, so now let's start with the introduction and welcome. Next slide, please. Okay, let me tell you something about APSIG, Asia Pacific School of Internet Governance, and how it was started. We started in 2016 by Professor Kilnam Chong, and it was under his vision that we run for 4 years, And in 2019, we formed an individual executive committee by election, and under our bylaw, we have been working in the community. And our EC members, as we introduced earlier, Satishji is our chair, Dr. Govind is our vice chair, Mubashir is our vice chair, Nadira is our treasurer, and I'm the secretary. Let me welcome you to this community. Finally, you guys have joined this, and I hope that during this 3-day event, you will be very active, very engaging, and you'll learn more and share more in the community and the day forward towards making it well. Okay, now let's talk about the APSIG structure. So as I said earlier, APSIG has its executive committee driven by its bylaws. We have our advisors. Satishji mentioned about the advisors, and the community is there. And every year we hold the APSIG event, and every month we have our calls. So please do join in and do contribute. Next slide, please. Okay, so within this APSIG, virtual APSIG 2020, we have our social media competition. The official hashtags are APSIG2020 and APSIG2020. Nadira, can you speak more about the social media competition?
Yeah, thank you, Shreedeep, and welcome all. This is a kind of making you engaged throughout the program. Hoping that this will empower you. It's not because of the award we are kind of giving a little award. It's like a token, but it's not. It's good recognition from you once you participate into 2 categories. We have 2 prizes. 2 each. We have a social media, the best contributor to the social media through Twitter, through the and the Facebook, using the hashtag APSIG2020 or hashtag APSIG2020. And also the second part, we will have this best engagement participant. That could be done because practically we don't have a lot of, as Satish has mentioned, face-to-face. So we will be tracking the attendance, and also we will be your participation through the chat. So I will be kind of following the chat, and we will be recording the sessions. And there is also Q&A for when the session happens. All that will have kind of make a small committee, and we select the best 2 of you. Back to you, Shreedeep.
Thank you, Nadira. So now let's start our session, the welcome session. And the welcome session is there. Now the introduction session is also on. So let's go forward. So use of social media and how social media is changing the world. We have put this topic because we wanted the participant to talk more about how social media is helping a community. You are in SIG, that way you can contribute, collaborate, and ideas do come up, and social media is the right place to connect, to network, and to voice out the issues. And since you are the leaders of your communities, and we have a platform, so that way we can build that opportunity, as well as there are more things to do. So and the role and importance of social media is very important. As I've written, easy communication, reach out to millions, easy resource sharing, network and collaboration, impact, so there are a lot of things. Anybody interested to, add more? Anyone? to more about what social media can do? Okay, I guess we are just starting. So basically, we will be talking more about this. Can we go back to the previous slide? Okay, somebody, Sweta, can you speak? Can someone mute Sweta's mic? Okay.
Hello.
I guess.
Now audible.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, I just wanted to say
You have
social media also creates awareness about various issues that are going across the globe.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Shweta. Okay, sorry, there was a mistake. Okay, so now we would like few of you to share your experiences about what you guys have been doing in your community, and what are your engagement in terms of your work at different levels. A lot of you have gone to ICANN, you have participated, you guys are engaging. So can we have Adarsh BU, founder of ISOC Ruler SIG, to talk about his engagement? Adarsh, are you there? Can you unmute your? Can someone unmute the mic? Okay, I think Adarsh is not there. Then. Okay, I'm not looking at the chat. So if there is anything, okay, Praniti, would you be interested in sharing your experience about what you are doing, how you are engaging in the ISOC as well as ICANN and EPNIC events?
Hello, hi everybody. Yes, I've been working closely with APNIC, for instance, for a long time now. And APNIC has been doing a lot of good work around Asia Pacific. Sunny will tell us more about that maybe. But I've seen a lot of workshops happening from APNIC across the globe. And a lot of participants have been getting fellowships thanks to APNIC. And we have been spreading awareness about IPv6 mostly. I work mostly on the technical side, but I also attend events on the IG side where non-technical things such as policy making are concerned. So especially in India, we have been doing events such as INNOC, which is a network of operators. It's a event which is held once in a year, and we bring together people to explain the problems which ISPs are facing. And on the IG side, on the core IG side, we do INSIG, which is Indian School of Internet Governance, where newcomers are welcomed most, and we try to spread the awareness. And apart from that, there's also an event called Youth IGF, where mostly youth are given fellowships, and we try to create awareness amongst youth to involve more amongst the IG community.
Thank you. Jan Jacob, would you like to speak? Would you like to share what you are doing in your community?
Yes, I'm a network engineer, and I do low-cost wireless networks. And so my my interest lies more on the access of networks and on development. Though I'm also learning a little on cybersecurity, technical side, actually. And it was only about more than a year that I've known about internet governance. So I'm thankful to be here and learn more about what is IG in the Asian Pacific perspective. That's all for now, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Jan. So Ashirvad, are you there? Can you speak more about what you are doing in Nepal?
Thank you, Shreedeep Bhai. Hello, everybody. This is Ashirvad from Nepal. I'm not at all a technician or a technical person. I represent the civil society organization. I'm an MBA graduate and I'm president of Educating Nepal. It's a non-governmental organization in Nepal. Basically, we work towards attaining sustainable development goals, especially with our main focus on education, as the name is Educating Nepal. However, we take a comprehensive approach on attaining those goals, and we've been using information communication technology tool ICTs excessively to attain those goals, especially in terms of providing kids with digital skills that is needed for them to match with the future digital economy that they will have to face, rather than preparing them for what I have to become or the environment that I will have to face. Beside that, I'm currently, after COVID-19 pandemic, the role of internet governance and the role of internet has increased. So currently I'm working towards taking a holistic approach. I actually advocate towards taking a holistic approach in building the digital resiliency. But for me, information technology is just a tool. So any tool can be used in any way. So until the result is not there, until the people, for me, people is always on the center rather than technology or policies and all. So until the people get what they should be getting, well, I'll keep working on my project until that's done. That's for now. I think that's
Thank
a
you.
little bit enough.
Thank you, Ashirvad. Now, Dayanand Krishna, are you there? Can you speak more about your engagement? Dayanand. And if possible, do turn your video as well, if it's possible. Dayanand? Okay.
The microphone is not working, yes.
Okay. Then can we have who else? Okay. Can we have Ahita Gangapurva? Ahita, are you there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks a lot, Shreedeep. Thanks for the opportunity. And hi, everybody. Good evening from India. So I'm Ahita Gangavarapu. I'm from India. And if I were to talk about my experiences and the contribution in internet governance, I would like to categorize them into two things: the core tech-related work that I've been engaging in and learning. And the second one is the tech policy intersection. So core tech, I think the opportunities that I've been a part of, the first one was the ICANN as a next gen at ICANN, and later on as a next gen ambassador at ICANN. And I currently am following the IoT and DNSSEC discussions. And also I was attended SANOC, the South Asian Network Operators Group. I think the conference was in 2017 in Gurgaon in India. And in parallel, I follow a couple of working groups at the IGF also on AI and IoT. Now, only tech policy, I would say that I've been a participant as a fellow at the India School of Internet Governance. I'm also one of the members, steering committee members of Youth Internet Governance Forum India. And I have also been a part of Internet Society's Youth at IGF program in 2018, the one that happened in Paris. So I would say that this is the set of opportunities that gave me the exposure to eventually contribute in internet governance. And my contributions would be through the working groups or the public comments or organizing Youth IGF India and then spreading awareness among the youth of India on internet governance and making sure they find their area of interest in one of the verticals of IG.
Thank you, Ahita. Now, can we have Karishma Parajuli from Nepal to share her experience about what she is doing, what her expectations are? Karishma? Okay. Now, can we have Muhammad Sharif to talk more about his engagement in Maldives?
Thank you, Shreedeep. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, a brief one. Yes, a brief introduction.
Wonderful. In the Maldives, we are new to IGFs, and So we are hoping that with this experience, I'll be able to bring IGF to the Maldives. Only last year, I was introduced to the global IGF, and then had the opportunity to virtually participate in the Asia Pacific IGF as well, just recently, almost a week ago. And now I'm looking forward to really building my knowledge in this area. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. Now, can we have Shraddha Pandey?
Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm Shraddha, and right now my most recent engagement with IGF ended yesterday as I was a ISOC Youth Ambassador at IGF. And we were supposed to go to Poland, but it all came down to being virtual, like the current current APSIG. So at IGF, we had to come up with our own project. So the most interesting thing that's happening in my life right now, which is related to internet governance, is we are working on an encryption related project where we look at countries all around the world and identify and assess their laws and policies surrounding encryption, and sort of bring a human rights angle to the laws and policies which are framed on encryption. So yeah, excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Shraddha. That was interesting. Now, I would request only few people, because we have very less time and very short introductions. Can we have Amin from Lebanon, Beirut, Lebanon? Amin?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear,
Hello.
Amin.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Go on.
Okay. I'll be very shortly. I'm Amin from Lebanon. I am president of Lebanese Cyberspace. I was selected in ICANN Fellowship in '67, and I participated in several internet schools, and we work in our area in internet governance in different parts. Also, I participate in 5 or 6 IGF. That is
okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Amin. So now can we have Yik Wai Chi? Okay. Then can we have Vivek Rana?
Hi.
Oh, go on.
Sorry. Yeah, am I supposed to share my work on social media? Is that what? It's.
Yeah. Who's this? This is Yik.
Yik Wai Chi. Yeah, you called my name just now, I believe.
Yeah. Just go on.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry.
go on.
My work. I attended the IGF 2019 in Berlin, Germany, on behalf of organization under the German government that has focused on digital civil society in strengthening relationship between cooperation between Germany and Muslim majority country like Malaysia. And I also work with South China Morning Post as a freelance opinion contributor. So it's one of the largest digital newspapers in the world right now, with very wide readership, especially in the Asian region. So I think the diversity of information is very important to promote deep understanding about a lot of social issues in the world, and all these digital news media, they heavily rely on social medias to spread their information around. And I think this is this is the extent of my work with digital civil society.
Thank you, Yik.
Thank you.
Now can we have Hanan Khatib? Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear, Hanan.
Thank you. This is Hanan from Jordan. I'd like to tell you that I was nominated for the Virtual School of Internet Governance, and very soon we will start have the lectures. And for my participation, I joined the ICANN, about 3 ICANNs. The first one was in Abu Dhabi, and then Japan, and then Canada. It was a very rich experience for me. For the ISOC, we were trying to establish Jordan ISOC. We had so many meetings. We met Lam and her team to start the ISOC, and we are still on that process. We didn't, it was not approved yet.
Okay.
I'll be with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hanan. Can we have Vivek from Nepal? Can you just be brief? Yeah.
Thank you, Shreedeep. It's very good to see so many new and young participants from Nepal. Now, I come from a technical background. My area has been focusing on taking the issue of internet governance to the rural people, because in Nepal, internet still is a factor and a matter of elite capture. So how do we make it to the public? How do we get the communities involved is a big question. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek. Can we have the last one, Cherry from Pacific?
Hi, Shreedeep. Just wondering when you were going to say my name. My name is Shri Langakali. I'm from Fiji, and I am the current chair for PISOC board, the Pacific Island chapter of the Internet Society. I entered the IGF ecosystem in reverse. Instead of coming through a fellow, I helped organize the Vanuatu IGF, and so I'm here today because PISOC is trying to look at how we can have an APSIG school in, working with you guys for the Pacific. Thank you.
Thank you, Cherry. Now we start the second working session. So this session is all about engagement and how how we are gonna work it out in the real world about issues that are happening and things like that. The session would help you test your social skills, management skills, interaction skills, and consensus building skills as well. So for 1 minute, so for this session, we have allotted 5 minutes. So there's going to be a slide that will be there. And for that slide, you'll have 1 minute for every slide. And for 1 minute, you can write your tweet, your content, or a status, something, and share it with your hashtag, or you can share it in here in our chat box so that people will communicate and interact. So for 1 minute, you have the writing. 3 minutes, there will be people who will be reading out their tweets. So I would say that people who have spoken, let's discourage them, and let's encourage people who have not spoken, who have not spoke, and let them speak first. And then use the hashtags, use the current hashtags like COVID-19, how it's affecting internet, and the situations are there. I've used a hashtag called #US elections. That's just for an example. You can use a country hashtag. You can use your you can use our officials hashtag #IGov. Things like that. Hashtag ICT for change, ICT for development, things like that. And one can also, have a comment in the chat as well. So that way we can have interaction, we can have engagement, and we will build on networking, as well as it would be an ice-breaking for you guys as well. So next slide, please.
Hello, Shreedeep. Dr. Govind is here.
What I suggest, this is Satish, what I suggest is that let Shreedeep continue, and before the close of the session, we can give 3 minutes to Dr. Govind to address everybody. So I think you can continue.
Sure.
Shreedeep.
Sure. Thank you, Satish. So the first exercise, can we have a timer, Kevin? It's 1 minute. So tweet or write about how or what you are doing right now, or what are you feeling, or what is your approach or expectation with #APSIG2020. You can also introduce yourself. You can have all the freedom, examples, #APSIG2020. APSIG20 is a fun event with internet leaders working to create awareness and collaboration for the multi-stakeholder environment. I feel good. So, like you can just have a tweet, do a Twitter post and post it here in the Zoom chat as well, because Nadira is monitoring you guys. So that way you can comment, there is engagement. So I think the 1 minute, let's start the 1 minute. Can we have a timer for 1 minute?
I have a silly question, Sandeep. Shreedeep, sorry. Hello?
Yes,
Who's this?
please.
Yes, Hassanujaman. It's Hassanujaman. If anyone don't have Twitter account, then what to do?
Yes, this is Nadira. You can use the chat. We are using the chat here. And even you can post in your Facebook if it's global. So you can use the chat box to write your tweet.
Yes.
Okay, sure, thank you.
Oh, no worries. Anybody has any confusion? Yes, you can post it in your Facebook post. Do your post, and then we'll ask you to read it out. Yes. Now we have our tweets. You can comment in the chat. Okay. Anybody who wants to read out their chat?
Yes.
Read out their content.
For example, Rakesh, he already written, but it's good. We are trying to use the hashtag with your chat.
Hello.
To get
Hello.
familiar. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Read out your content.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Dr.
Who is this? Please say your name. Yeah, please say your content.
I'm working in an education institute and want to explore the impact of IG.
Okay.
I think there is still this is kind of an experiment what we are intending to do. Let me kind of summarize again what Shreedeep, what's our intention in this drilling. It's just first we have to to get ourselves familiarized with each other. At the same time, we are kind of using the Twitter style of writing this introduction. So we can move now for the second exercise. Okay, Shreedeep, because the time is over. Yes.
Okay, so now the next exercise, I think that way it will be better, because we have all the we were supposed to read out few of the tweets, but since there was, the first one is always hard to understand, and it is easy for you guys to figure it out. That is the reason why. And internet works like this. The example of this is, why we are doing this, because there is so much of information there, and you have to figure it out. You have to ask, you have to chat, you have to talk it out. So the whole exercise is set up in such a way that you will be engaging, you will be throwing out questions, and you will be creating an imprint as well. So now the second exercise. Write a status or tweet about how you want to change your society in terms of internet or internet governance. Basically, what do you think or want to do? So here's example. Awareness and capacity building are key. After APSIG and VSIG, there needs a collaboration of users and internets for a larger goal. So the 2 minutes start now.
The timer, Asia timer, can you reset?
Can we have a timer?
Yeah.
I'm putting it to 2 minutes because a lot of you are confused. So, okay. Thank you. So that, the 2 minutes, you guys can have your content, and whoever is interested, please raise your hand and we'll allow them to speak out their content. And do share it in your Facebook or Twitter or here in the chat as well. And if somebody wants to speak, please do.
Hi all. Shreedeep, am I audible?
Yes, who is this?
I'm Kapil from India.
Okay, yeah, Kapil, please go on. Please read out your content.
Well, for the last couple of years, I have been working on the various inter-ecosystem framework, like South Asia Internet Framework and South Asia IDEA. Yes.
Kapil, we just want a short content because we want more people to speak. We just want a short content.
Yeah, let me give sorry, Kapil and Shreedeep. I will read Rakesh tweet. Rakesh, he say hashtag capacity building by empowering the internet support. A lot of people can share their learning or idea instantly. This is a good content tweet.
Okay.
So that's what we were intending to write. Maybe 2 minutes is not enough. We can increase the time, Shreedeep, to 3 minutes. Anyway, we are experimenting.
Nadira, okay, Nadira, let Kapil finish. Kapil, go on.
Yeah. So may I read my own tweet?
Yeah.
Well, the objective of participating here is to have digital SAR. That is, we have much digital divide among us, and it is the right platform whereby we can have digital inclusion or sort of financial inclusion at the same time, and we can have more digital empowerment for our communities, for our societies, and by virtue of these schools, we can somehow facilitate our local governments, our state governments, and our local communities to participate in these digital platforms.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kapil. Now, can we have Mohammed Sharif?
Hi there. Yeah. Let me read my tweet, if I may. Well, first, excited to join the APSIG 2020 hashtag and to meet so many fellows here with with similar backgrounds. Looking forward to really working with you. And number two, we feel that it's really time that youth and the common man has a real say in internet governance, and that is why APSIG 2020, I'm hoping, will really help us develop our local capacity in the Maldives. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed Sharif. You justified me. Thank you. Any more? Someone with the reading out just the tweet. You may take the stage.
Yes, I am Dr.
Rakesh Mohan.
Yes, I am Dr. Aram, but from India. As far as capacity building is concerned, by empowering the internet support, a lot of people, particularly in the rural areas, can share their learning, views, or ideas instantly. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more? Rakesh Mohanji?
Yeah, first of all, this is my idea to empower this internet in the rural areas, then automatically in turns it will strengthen its governance. So this way we can say internet governance will be fulfilled.
Okay, thank you, Rakesh. Shraddha Pandey.
Hi, I can read out my comment that I posted on the chat.
Sure. Sure.
So I wrote about how, so my comment was hashtag protect freedom through hashtag stronger encryption by better hashtag laws in all the countries in the Asia Pacific region, and hashtag APSIG2020 and hashtag awareness, hashtag privacy.
Thank you, Shraddha. Please do post it in your Twitter. Can we have Muhammad Wakar?
Yes, can I read my tweet from this Facebook post?
Yes,
can I read
sure. Please go on.
Okay.
Please go on.
Yes, just a minute. Let me read it. Currently attending APSIG 2020. Much helpful and interesting to learn how Internet Protocol works. Hashtag APSIG20. This is it from
Thank
my
you.
side. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we have more? Can we have Puthinate?
Hi from Cambodia. So I would like to read my status that I have tweeted. So involving in APSIG 2020 lead me to get a better understanding of the internet governance. And with this experience, we can develop this intelligent world altogether. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Can we have Vavani? She's not there. Okay. Can we have Ashirwad?
There is Ajay raised his hand, please.
Okay, sure. Sorry. Please go on.
Yeah, hello everyone. So this is my tweet. Like I always wanted to bring in more hashtag awareness about cyber crimes and cyber hygiene in the community, especially in the rural part of India. Hashtag APSIG 2020 and hashtag. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Can we have Hira Saeed?
There is another hand.
Okay, sure.
Sharp.
So this is the tweet. Education and awareness of internet governance issues lead to more engagement by the community and makes the voices heard for a more inclusive and humane internet for all. Hashtag APSIG 2020, hashtag VAPSIG 2020. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Hira. Before saying your tweet, please say your name. And can we have the person who had raised his hand?
Hi, this is Hira.
Okay. Please go on, Hira.
Okay. And so this is my tweet. Hashtag empowering internet across my community with the hashtag awareness of its hashtag security.
Thank you, Hira. Can you have Yuan Guan?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? This is
loud and clear.
This is Yuan Guan from China. I'm an assistant research in CATEC, Chinese Academy of International Trade and Economic Cooperation. I've been involved in the research of internet governance since I attended an ICANN Sydney meeting in 2009. And I have paid much attention to internet policy research. I would like to stick to economic and business and network security. Just a moment, we talk about the social media. And in China, social media has been used in electronic commerce and very successful. So I want to talk about the rules of the leave social media in electronic commerce. Thank you. I have been awarded as
UN, sorry to break you. UN, sorry to break you, but we have very limited time. So I have to mute you. There are other people as well. So it was just for the content.
Okay, okay.
There are other people as well. Thank you, UN.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So any more people? Want to?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Shreedeep.
Yeah, go on. Say your content.
Shreedeep, this is Kausar from Bangladesh.
Sure, go on.
Yeah, my tweet is, I want to explore the learning from the hashtag APSIG2020 to my local community. Hashtag awareness, hashtag capacity building. As you know, I am a journalist. I am also working with the Internet Society and some other technical community. So I think this experience or this knowledge, I will explore to my readers and also to the community, to my community in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi.
Can we?
Am I audible?
Yeah, who's this? Please say your name.
Hi, my name is Raghu. I'm from India. So I'm just going to read out my couple of tweets. So the first one is privileged to be a part of an eclectic and esteemed cohort at APSIG 2020. Looking forward to 3 days of thoroughly insightful seminars and discussions, hashtag APSIG. And the second one is promoting a multi-stakeholder internet governance model is critical to understand, address, and tackle the various internet-based issues, especially in the COVID era. Hashtag APSIG. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghu. Let's stop. Can we have the next slide?
Until we get the next slide, I'm reading also. I could start following the hashtag on Twitter. We have
sure, Nadira.
Shefta, she also started posting on Twitter. It's nice also if to move from the chat, Zoom chat, also to the Twitter. If you have a Twitter account,
right?
Yes, that will be good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Please do post in your Facebook, Twitter. Do make it look big, because that is the only way we can voice it out. Because IT world, as I said it, you have to figure it out. You have to figure. That is the reason why I'm saying, it's a small world, it's a small community, and we all have to work together. And it's a multi-stakeholder community where there are different people who want to speak different things, different languages, different things. But the only thing that connects us is internet. And this exercise proves that, there are like a lot of people from Asia Pacific, and the content is there, but the way we are interpreting is completely different. But the knowledge that is given, or the content that is given, is the same. So this is the way how we are gonna interact, collaborate. You need to have that mind. So people can just teach you. So can we have the next slide? My screen is frozen. Is it just me? Yeah. So, okay, this is the third exercise, and I think this will be the last exercise. So the exercise is, what is the challenge of internet or internet governance in your community? Can we have our 2 minutes clock, Kelvin? So the clock is started. So please do write about challenges of internet and internet governance in your community. And what I will say is, if you like somebody's thought, just a brief one, then you can talk in a brief way, not a long paragraph, but a short one. Do raise your hands as soon as the timer stops. Do raise your hands. So, and if you have finished also, you can raise your hand and we'll allow you to speak. So I would read out the question, the exercise again. What is the challenges of internet or internet governance in your community?
Hello.
Yeah, go on.
In India, it is observed that
please
the speed
name.
of I am Dr.
Your
R.M.
name,
Bhatt
please.
from India. Rakesh Mohan Bhatt.
Sure.
What I see in India, the speed of internet is not constant everywhere. So it is a great, or you can say main challenge in India as far as its communication is concerned.
Thank you. Next one, anybody?
Hello.
Name, please.
My name is Russell from Rabaul, Papua New Guinea. As you hear this beep sound, we are very poor electricity, and now very soon we will cutting off our electricity. So our big challenge is one is electricity, and the two is a very expensive internet cost. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone would like to speak? Yusuf, is that an old hand or a new one?
Hello, everyone. Great discussion. My thought is we are looking in mutual agreements of what is acceptable and what is not acceptable behavior in the network. So we'll look into that. Thank you.
Can Krishma read his tweet?
Karishma, can you read out your tweet?
The number of internet users are growing while the quality of internet speed available to consumers has not been consistent.
Thank you, Karishma. Do tweet in the Twitter or Facebook. Any more?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to request Ahita. Oh, who is this? Sorry.
Hi, Shreedeep. This is Kausar again.
Okay.
Okay. In terms of our country, especially I think Bangladesh perspective, the price of the internet is, we think price of the internet is very high. Sometimes government restriction over the internet or ISPs is interrupt the internet. And though in our country, it is almost 60% people use internet, but most of the internet is from mobile operators, not broadband internet. So quality of internet, quality users of internet is, I think, more lesser than those who are users the internet. Thank you.
Thank you. Ahita.
Hi, Shreedeep. Thank you. So my tweet is actually with regards to India and all those countries facing the issues of digital inclusion. It says, promoting uniform hashtag digitization and hashtag digital inclusion through a strong hashtag collaboration and hashtag cooperation between stakeholders. Hashtag virtual APSIG and APSIG. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ahita. Now I think we gotta close because time is reaching out, and we are overarching, and we have to give time to Dr. Govinda as well. But before ending, I'd like to open up for question and answer. So what I will say is, thank you all for participating in such a good way. You guys figured it out that the world is a mess. The world is a mess, let me tell you, and figure it out. Being a leader, all the information is there in the internet, but you have to do that step. You have to figure it out. And in all of my ice-breaking sessions, this is what I do is, it's a pond. You have to dive in and you have to swim and you have to figure it out. So that was quite interesting, quite engaging. A lot of you tweeted. Time was a restriction. Time has always been a restriction. So we have 3 minutes for question and answer. If you have any question and answer, please do raise your hand and please do ask, or the mic is open. So Anybody who has a question, anything about APSIG, about what we are doing, about the current engagement? You have 3 minutes.
You have a hand up.
Or anybody wants to speak? Okay. Yeah, Muhammad. Yeah, Kausar. Yeah.
Yeah, hello. Shreedeep, I have question like today is the 0 day. We have lots of issues to connect to Zoom, right? In these few days, we also saw some conversation about how validate our email address or how we connect with the Zoom. So I think next 3 days we should do it more easy, right, for the participant.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Muhammad, for that suggestion. We completely agree. We wanted to have a secure. That is the reason why we had a validating Zoom account feature. But since we encountered a technical problem with one of our members, participant who had a pro account, and when she tried to validate, her account degraded, and there was a lot of issues. So that is the reason why we stopped validating, and we will further look into it, and we will try to have a better secure Zoom account. Certainly we will take into account what you have said. Any more? 1 minute left, please. Anybody wants to speak or suggestion or anything?
I just want, this is Praneeth here, and I just want to say that the ice-breaking session has been really good. Having seen a lot of events, I would like to say that this is one of the best ice-breaking sessions I have seen so far in COVID era. Thank you.
Thank you. Who's this?
This is Praneeth from India.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Praneeth. Thank you.
May I, this is Nadira. May I also try to encourage you, since we got into this experiment of tweeting, and as much as you can during the coming sessions, regular APSIG, you are welcome to chat either through Twitter or Facebook, and at the end of the closing session, we will see all the trail of your input to the world, if you want to share it or with us in the chat. Thank you for being an active participant.
Okay, at this point, we are way over our time. So we have to get going now, and I'd like to request, first I'd like to thank Shreedeep for this session. It is wonderfully organized, and also Nadira for stepping in. And I'd like to invite Dr. Govind to make his address in the next 3 minutes, please.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. So, sorry for some initial glitches in the technology, but ultimately it was resolved. That is the beauty of technology, how it can be resolved online platforms. Thanks to Shreedeep, thanks to Mubashir and Satish Babu. Having done the very wonderful interactive session, Shreedeep, I would like to say that I was involved. It's a little introduction of myself. I'm involved in the internet governance and internet issues for the last 20 years in the ministry, and I spearheaded the internet governance stance for India for from 2005 to 2015. How the internet has to grow, how the internet governance policy development has to be taken place, whether it should be multi government or it should be multi stakeholder. So it's a lot of discussions, which that is what Shreedeep also said, that as more and more interactions takes place within the community, then the things become more clear, whether in the technical issues, whether it is diversity issues, whether it is security issues. So I spearheaded this ministry, and then I was CEO of National Internet Exchange of India. I established internet exchange points in India. .in registry, country code top level domain, and the NIR, National Internet Registry. So that were the three landmarks which was done during my time. And I took active role in that. And then, of course, another point which I did was the internationalized domain names, the domain names in Indian languages. That was very important aspect during my time. Further to the coming to the program side, I'm not going to read out the entire 3 days program. This will be quite exciting speakers and topics which we have chosen. So it will be, I'm not going to read each and every session, but some of the highlights of the session would be like the inaugural session would be keynote address would be by Andrik Estuasen. She is a MAC chair at United Nations IGF. Then there will be an internet governance landscape and ecosystem. There will be a discussion by the 4 different stakeholders from different parts of the Asia. Then there will be a matter discussed for the access, gender, and digital divide. There will be a session on AI, smart cities, and human rights on the very first day, 26th of November, which will be again the role-playing model, and the 2 breakout sessions. Breakout rooms would be there where the participant would be randomly distributed. Then there would be a second day on 27th of November. There will be those who are not able to, as this year we are not able to participate in physically in ICANN, IGF, and APR IGF. So those who are able to, what actually happened and what is the way forward, what are the issues coming out from these 3 big events in the country, in the world. So that is what would be described by Rajneesh Singh from ISOC, Jia Rong from ICANN, and Jennifer Chung from .Asia. Then the content moderation is the big issue today on the social media. So that will be talked by Shipa Lakshmi and Mishi Chaudhary, 2 experts. Then the third day, final day would be on the diversity, disability on the internet, which will be done by Gunela, Mohammad Shabir, and Gayatri Khandalai. And then there will be a session on digital economy, which will be by professor in Japan and some expert in India. And then the last session would be on cyber security, which will be done by Nicole Chan and Ramanjeet Chima from India. So these are in a nutshell the gist of which this program is already available with you in the website. So you can go through it and see how meaningfully you can participate. You can, there are moderators in each session. So you can work out with after this, there will be 10 minutes given to after every speakers to talk about various interactive things. So these are the 3 days program which I just spoke about you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Govind. So our transfer break is almost eaten up completely because of the time overrun. Of course, it's important to have a lot of discussions. So we have let a little bit of overflow happen. So now we need to decide whether we want a 5-minute break or no break at all. I'm not sure how we can vote on this because I don't see the normal voting buttons in Zoom. Sunny, is it okay if we take a 5-minute break?
Satish, yes, it is okay. I think we do need a break.
Right. So thanks, Sunny, for that. And thanks, everybody, for a wonderful session. But Sunny's session is even more exciting. So please be back in exactly 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is very useful, actually.